Good morning, everybody. You are on Warren First 931. I'm the host of the show, Kelly Walker Slaughter.
And I'm Brian Carr. Good morning, neighbors.
And right now, currently in downtown McMinnville, we are at, let's say, because it's going to be another pretty day, Brian. It is 54 degrees in downtown McMinnville. It really feels like 44, it says outside, but today's high is going to be 61. The low tonight is 43. And thanks again to Reddick Brown Ford for being our community weather sponsors for today. As far as the rest of the weekend goes, Friday, 61 the high, Saturday, 54 the high, and on Sunday, 46 the high. Now, just to keep up with the rain, because everybody, if you're a nurseryman out there or a farmer and you want to know when the rain's coming, still, as of right now, it looks like next Tuesday and Wednesday, there is a 50-50 shot of us getting rained on. So, again, just be cautious, be careful. I was trying to see if there's any more, but other than that, it looks like we're going to have a little hit of spring for just a little bit longer.
Oh, yeah. And, guys, I think we're getting a little more clarity on the situation with our beautiful flowers, the first ones that pop up in spring. Buttercups or daffodils. Yes.
I mean, we're getting educated every day. But whatever, potato, you call it what you think at this point.
When I think of that, I think of gondola or
gondola. Yeah.
That's a typical. And now we got another one. Go ahead.
You go. No. I got another one.
Peonies.
Yeah.
Or
peonies. I got another one. Beersheba or Beersheba. It depends on where you're from. I mean, again, that's what we do. We should do another game. How do you say it? Beersheba or Beersheba?
Listen, I'd love
It'd be really hard to come up with a game.
No, but if people send us videos,
Oh, yeah.
Guys, if you look us up on Facebook or any of our social media platforms, you can always send us video. And always, we get a kick out of it. And some of the things we can't put on for what people put on for privacy things. But for those we've had so many people, if you look through our Warren First backlogs and our messages, people send us pictures all the time. So thank you guys for what you do for us.
And with that said, we have so many things going on today's show. We're going to kick it off with our sponsors, and then coming back, we're going to have Denise Montrose with the Tennessee Cow Rescue from Sammy Farms talk to us about this great opportunity that we could help them out with. And if you don't know anything about the farm, you're going to know a lot me it.
Yes, and maybe we'll link back to one of our visits out there.
Yes.
That was awesome. Back during the election season, we were talking about me and Miss Dell came out there, and it was such an awesome time.
That's when you were an honorary guest.
Now I don't know what I am, but
no, you're a host now.
Well, look, I'm just blessed to be able to be here with you and to talk to the fine people of Warren County and talk about awesome things that are going on in this community. So thank you, Kelly, for allowing me to be here today.
Anytime. And remember, Warren County, keep it first.
Drive-through located at 601 Beersheba Highway, McMinnville, or give them a call at 474-1776. At Our Coffee, we pour love into every cup of coffee we serve. Welcome to Our Coffee Drive-Thru, located at 601 Beersheba Highway, McMinnville.
Don't know what to eat? Have you tried Cumberland Biscuit Company or Tops Frozen Yogurt and Metro Deli? Down on Main, you can enjoy pizzas and sandwiches, weekly combo specials, soups, salads, and finish it up with Tops Frozen Treats. On the weekends, check out Cumberland Biscuit Company's unique dishes like the Twisted Goat Burger or the Bambushka Burger for lunch or dinner. Get the experience of going out of town right here in McMinnville, down on Main. Follow Tops and Cumberland Biscuit Company on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
When you need help with your medical needs, who are you going to call? At Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy, you're not just a number, you're a part of our community. When you call Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy, you'll get a live person to help answer your medical questions. In a hurry? Try our convenient drive-thru. Not able to get out? We offer free delivery within the city limits. Stacy specializes in Mr. Stewart's over-the-counter and prescription cough syrups. Need to transfer your prescriptions? It's no trouble to transfer to Stacy's, where people care and wellness matters. Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy is located at 485 North Chancery Street, or give them a call at 474-0600.
Visit Randwalker Farms at 8240 Manchester Highway in Morrison, Tennessee. From fresh plants to seasonal favorites, we have everything you need to beautify your home or project this fall. Available for both retail and wholesale. Looking for something sweet? Don't miss out on our delicious frozen blueberries. Stop by and see us 6 days a week, Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. For more information, call 931-635-9535 or email rwalkerfarms@benlomond.net. Get ready for fall with Randall Walker Farms, where fall planning begins.
Okay, welcome back, Warren First 931ers. I'm your host of the show. I'm Kelly.
And I'm Brian.
And we have on with us the lovely Miss Denise Montrose from Tennessee Cow Rescue from Sammy Farms.
Good morning. How's everybody?
I'm good. How you look so beautiful today.
Oh, thank you.
I haven't seen you.
Mud or manure.
Right. And you don't got your overalls on. I'm used to seeing you in a different form.
Sometimes I come to town and I'm talking to somebody and I know they know me, and they just don't put it together and they're like, "Oh my gosh, I didn't recognize you.
You look so great. Like you look amazing.
Fabulous.
Mud looks good on you, though. I want you to know that mud looks good on you.
Thank you.
But with that said, you have an amazing opportunity that we could, the community of Warren County and surrounding counties that are watching can help you guys out at the farm.
Yeah, absolutely. So I've seen this happen with other nonprofits, and I'm like, how do you get these grants for double donations? And then the phone rang one day and someone said, we'd like to, because we appreciate the work that you're doing for the cows, double your donations up to $5,000.
Yay.
And I was like, that's awesome. Mm-hmm. So somebody listened to me out up there and sent this double donation. So from now until the end of March, any donation that you make to the Tennessee Cow Rescue gets doubled by this foundation.
Oh, that's awesome. And so how can they do that now? Is this on y'all's Facebook page? How does this work?
There's actually a special kind of repository where that money needs to go so that we can show to the foundation that's how we earned it. So the short link is TCR, which stands for Tennessee Cow Rescue. So it's tcr.farm/double your donation.
Okay.
And it is on our Facebook page.
Okay.
There's also a QR code there as well. So if you want to grab that QR code with your phone, you can make the donation that way as well.
I love that. And then, for everybody that doesn't know what the Tennessee Cow Rescue is all about, tell them, I know what it's all about, but can just refresh me about what you do, why you do it, and how many animals or how many cows are now on the property.
Yeah. So I started the Cow Rescue 4 years ago. So April 1st, it will be 4 years. And
that's no April Fool's at all.
No, it really was. I'm like, I've never lived in the country, never owned a cow. Yeah. Who else opens a cow rescue other than a fool, right? So it'll be 4 years in April. So I was living in Murfreesboro and decided to start this cow rescue to save one cow. And she and I moved here to vacant land in McMinnville. We're up on the way to Rock Island off of Francis Ferry. And essentially we have cows at our farm that nobody else wants. Most of our cows seem to have some type of vision issue. I have a completely born blind Holstein, which has been who's been with us since she's only been a week or two old. Someone took her to the sale barn.
She's still making it.
The Mennonite farmer knew she was blind right away, took her to the sale barn in Kentucky at 2 days old, and no one bought her. Oh. And she was just wandering around in circles, which is what blind cows do. And this guy felt bad for her and took her home, and then she ended up with us. Yeah. So she can't go out in the big pasture with the big cows because they will just push her around and she won't get enough food, but she's doing great. We have a handicapped micro mini cow. He's now 3, so he doesn't have use of one of his front legs. And we've got a couple of other Holsteins, which are almost blind. The Charlet only has one eye. She's the one I started the farm for. So essentially farmers are looking for an alternative to killing this cow that doesn't fit into their needs, whether it be dairy or beef. And now there is a resource, somebody to call. And that's me. So I either go out to the farmer and help with the situation. And sometimes this is a case where they are not quick to call the vet because of the expense. Yeah. So farmers' return on investment is already really low. So me going out there and offering some alternatives or things that I can do to help this calf or sometimes bring it back to the farm with me gives that animal a fighting chance.
Yeah. I love that. And, and essentially to me, like the Tennessee Cow Rescue is just to live the rest of its life in the most peaceful manner possible. And then when it's time to go, when it's your time, as I always say, for me, it's your time. And I mean, when we were up there during election, you just recently lost
Mama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all the cows kept corralling. It's so crazy how even the cows form a bond with each other, I guess is what I would say. And that when we were out there, you're like, I go, why are they all like corralling in this area? She's like, because she's right here.
That's where Mama was buried.
And I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, it's a family you started with all these cows and the sheep that you have out there. I want to say that slowly because we keep saying, do you say sheep or do you say it's a goat? I don't know.
Everyone thinks it's a goat.
Well, in my defense, when I see a goat, 9 times out of 10 in the movies, you see goats eat cans, everything. I never thought, every time I've seen your sheep, I can't think of
He ate Dale's sweater.
He ate Dale's sweater. He ate, that was that day too. We did the ribbon cutting.
He ate somebody's jacket that day too.
Yeah. Every time I'm like, this is just like in the stories we've been told, goats eat everything.
So if you come out to the farm on Saturday, which is our visit day, don't wear anything that you
want to get ruined.
Don't want eaten.
Yeah.
So you got to worry about mud manure, but also you got to worry about little. I guess.
Exactly.
It just means he likes you.
That's true. I mean, or he likes your style. Sense of style.
Yeah.
But with that said too, talk about, go back. I want everybody to know like this story because you're not originally from here. Mm-hmm. And I just want to know, like, you saw this cow and you just got inspired.
I guess that's a good word. Yes. Inspired. It was actually on my 50th birthday. It was in the middle of COVID. And my neighborhood in Murfreesboro was surrounded by cow pasture. And I have always loved cows. I had, paintings of cows and the whole 9 yards. And I came out of the neighborhood and drove down the street. And there's this tiny little white cow calf in a tiny parcel next to a Baptist church where there had never been a cow before. And I kind of assumed she was part of the big herd behind her. And she ended up not being associated.
Yeah.
It was a Charolais farmer who I don't even know, lives somewhere in this area. It was a situation where she had vision impairment and it was twins, and beef cows typically cannot feed twins. They only have enough milk for one. And the farmer did not want to bottle feed her. So he gave the calf to a boy that was working for him who wanted to get into raising Angus. And he had her parceled off by herself, and I could tell how lonely she was because they're herd animals, and she had, she's there by herself. So I started going every single day, and then I started spending more and more time with her, and then I started worrying about her, and it was ridiculous. And finally one day the kid said, "I'm going to sell her," and I'm like, "Oh no."
Yeah.
And I could see across the pasture where the herd was, my neighborhood and my actual house through the trees. And I'm like, I'll take her.
Yeah.
I'm going to take her. I'm going to save her somehow. And what am I going to do? Take her back to my neighborhood? The HOA is not going to like that, right? How am I going to get her over there, walk her, take her in the car? I don't know.
Yeah.
So anyway, I took ownership of her, and I could not get her placed with other farm rescues because they were full.
Yeah.
So I decided to open my own, and then I just started driving around looking for land and ended up finding the land I wanted here in McMinnville, Tennessee.
In Warren County. And you haven't looked back since either. And I feel like it keeps growing and growing. And talking about Tennessee Cow Rescues in general, you are the closest one. What's the next closest one to us?
We have a very, very small micro sanctuary in Franklin. Mm-hmm. And then the largest is Jonah Barn in Christiana. Yeah. But they aren't taking any more animals.
So you're the closest one.
I'm the one
in Middle Tennessee for us.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And and again, do you have people do you ever need supplies or anything like that?
We do have an Amazon wish list, which I try to keep updated as much as I can so they could go to that list. If they purchase something, and that link is on our website, which is TennesseeCowRescue.org. Okay. If they purchase something from Amazon just ships it right to us. So you go, awesome. You buy it, boom, you're done. It shows up at our place. So there's some things on there that we need. We also are putting up some fencing where we haven't had fencing before, so we have a quarantine
that one area.
pasture. Yes.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
Because I know last time we were there, you were working on it. Like you had some of the materials, right?
Yes, and I never got around to it. And this is something I may need your help with.
Okay.
Because 4 years ago, I planted a couple of trees there so that there'd be shade, because there's no shade there part of the day, which is why I've not been super fast in corralling it in.
Yeah.
So Ruby came to live with us last June, and Ruby was raised on the mountain in Dunlap, and she had been attacked by wild dogs.
Right.
And they ate her ears off, and her tongue's all messed up. So they sewed her back together. The cows are not very nice to her. And even though she is the biggest, she doesn't know how to push back because she grew up with horses on a mountain. She didn't even see grass till she got to the cow rescue.
Wow.
She had never seen grass. So it took her a while even just to kind of figure that process out. But she won't push the cows back. I'm like, push them back.
You got
cows. Like
she is the biggest
They
one.
act like it's their last meal, right? They got to fight over it. So I brought her up to the house, and she hung out there all winter. Well, she completely destroyed both of those trees. Even though she has access to the woods, she could have rubbed on the full-grown trees in the woods. So she took my trees out. So now I'm in desperate need of a
shade tree.
Right. And it's got to be like, I don't have 4 years to wait again.
No,
so you
got to get one that's already probably 6 to 8 foot tall.
Yes.
Couple of those.
And the trees that I planted were even. Yeah.
We can help out with that. So I don't know. I might know a nursery.
I know you've got a tree connection, because I'm like, gosh darn it, Ruby, I ain't got 4 more years.
Yeah. And the other thing is trying to find, was she using that to scratch on?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Our dogs do that. Good luck with that.
And I'm just like, go scratch over there.
I still would keep those so she can scratch on them so the other ones can create the shade. Just a thought. But darn that, Ruby.
Live and learn. Well, I really should have roped him off.
Yeah.
But I know she understands what I'm saying, so I thought she was going to be sensible about it.
Maybe she speaks Spanish or something. Maybe
it's a different language.
That's what I do with my cats. I've got cats that are Italian, so they don't understand what I'm saying.
That could be
don't come in the house.
So if anybody, Denise, is interested in coming out and just volunteer working and things, because you do take groups on. My son went out there. We helped out for 30 minutes to maybe an hour, and then she showed us a tour of the facility again with the cave and stuff, which was so neat. Again, it's just a great experience. If you want your kids to do an activity, and I'm talking to homeschoolers, I'm even talking about any other schools that want to do a field trip. I mean, this would be a great little activity for kids to do. They got to know where the cows come from and how to work and get your hands dirty.
Yeah, absolutely. So there are 2 pages on the website.
Okay.
One is for visitors. So you can purchase a ticket and come on Saturday, either 10 to noon or 1 to 3. And you come out, spend time in the pasture with the cows. If you'd like to see the cave, we absolutely can do that. Some people want to see it. Some people don't.
Even the Indian mounds. I forgot about those.
I think we have some Native American graves on the website. And then there was a skirmish, a Civil War skirmish. I don't want to call it a battle. That was like 5 miles north of town, which ended up being right where my land is.
Yeah.
So people are really interested in that as well. And if you look across the street, which is Boren land, because we're on Boren Road, and Mike Boren has a herd there. Beyond those trees, there's a tiny little 1-room schoolhouse that their great grandfather had built.
Oh yeah.
And they used it as a Confederate hospital.
Oh wow.
During this little battle.
I'm telling you, so much history in our town.
I know.
It's crazy. In the area you picture, I got Indian mounds, I got a war fought or whatever, little squabble. I call them the squabble.
Yeah.
And
we want to have on Fridays in the future, we want to have live, live, but acoustic music in the cave.
Oh,
and maybe have a couple of food trucks come out. People can come see the cows, bring their chairs, go down and hear, music in the cave. So that is something I thought that we would implement this fall, but I had 2 trees fall.
I saw,
and one of them is huge. So every time I talk to somebody about removing the tree, they're like, that's a big tree. And I'm like, I understand
that's a big tree.
How do we do it?
Yeah. Any church group that's listening that's got some chainsaws, I mean, come on.
Yeah,
help a lady out.
Yeah,
Y'all always looking for volunteer hours and community service projects.
If you want to come in a group and just do like you're talking about one volunteer project, you can just reach out to me directly. If you want to volunteer on a regular basis, then you go to the volunteer page. And once you sign up, you can indicate, what it is you'd like to do while you're at the farm.
Yeah.
And then you get a link to the calendar, and then you can just go to the calendar and add yourself in. And I know you're coming, and
it's a whole nother setup.
Our FFA folks, we've been talking about them a lot here recently because we had a big project, an awesome recognition of Mr. Watson, who got the FFA program going and has a lot to do with our Warren County Fair. Maybe some of those young people we can get engaged with, or at least really it's all about building relationships. Yeah. And so with Tennessee Cow Rescue and what you do, that might be something that's right up their alley, because people by the way they treat the little things. And we were talking about this last night in church about how you can tell about how somebody takes care of their animals, what kind of person they are. So Denise, thank you so much for everything that you do for helping out in the community, because I mean, it's awesome. That farm, I was telling his story. I didn't know what I was getting into. I was just there to talk about election coverage and how to vote. And
I was like, why not? Let's go to the cow farm and talk about election. I mean, hey.
And there's cow. Yeah. And I guess I think about it a little non-traditionally, that sometimes there are cows in places you normally wouldn't find cows. And, I open the garage door and Ruby's standing there, and, the sheep runs around and does chores with me. He thinks he's a dog. So a lot of times people come to the farm and they're like, what the heck is going on around here?
It's like, you're like Mrs. Doolittle, Dr. Doolittle in a way, because that's how I feel like when I go out there. Because all the animals.
Family. I mean, you never know who you're going to run into.
Yes, exactly.
You never know. And these cows on the porch.
Oh, these animals all have personalities, and I mean, and that's one of the beautiful things.
And they all get along.
Letting our audience know, hey, these have a affectionate value to me, and people need to realize and understand that everyone, even the animals, need help. So I love your heart. I appreciate it.
I think one of the biggest contributions that I have made to the community when I've had the time to interact with farmers is that they walk away not farming the same exact way. So I am a vegan. I don't use animal products of any kind. And that's true of almost every sanctuary founder. Yeah. They won't partner with the farmers. I'm the only one that does it. That's how I got Mama.
Okay.
A farmer called me and said, I need your help with a calf.
Yeah.
And I went out. He was doing everything he could. And I got there and I'm like, we need to do this. We need to do that. This is going to work. That's going to work. And he did all those things that I asked him. And in the end, we couldn't save the calf.
Yeah.
This man was so upset about having to kill this calf. And he calls his neighbor and goes, I've never shot a cow in the head. I don't want to do it. So I'm like, this is my second time back the next morning to his farm. I'm like, we're not doing that. That's not going to happen. And I called our vet out, and we put this poor calf that we could not save to sleep.
Yeah.
Just like you would a family dog. I held his head in my lap. I played music.
Yeah.
And the farmer was so relieved that he had somebody that
understood
him.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, I will never farm the same way again. I won't see these animals in exactly the same way again. And that's like the biggest compliment I could get.
Yeah.
And then his first cow needed to be retired. She had had way too many babies. And he said, can I please bring my very first cow to your farm to retire? Because she's earned me enough money. I don't feel good about taking her to slaughter. And she came and lived the happiest life for the 2 years that she was there. And then she ended up passing away from heart failure.
Mama.
Yeah. Right before you guys came out. Yeah.
I mean, again, it's all about making connections. It's all about like changing the way we do things. And if it just, and again, it starts with one person.
Yeah.
And then it just keeps growing. But I want to say thank you so much for coming in today.
Thanks for having me.
And guys, we got to help her raise some funds. We have put the links in on our video. I've shared them. If you have any questions, we do now have a phone number, and you can call or text anytime during the show. It's at the bottom. It's 369 888-931-3050, and you can message us or call us. And if we don't get it right away, don't worry about it, but we'll call you right back. But again, thank you so much, Denise, for coming in.
So
I always told you, anytime. With that said, guys, keep it here at Warren First, 931.
64 to start Ganton Bolden. Now it's Gateway Tire and Service Center. He wanted our customers to have the best products and service at a fair price. That was his motto then, and that still stands today. We promise to be upfront and honest with each and every customer. We'll never try to sell something that our customers doesn't need just to make a buck. If that's what makes us different from our competitors, well, we're just fine with that. Come see us today or give us a call at 931-815-9000.
Looking to transform your home? Head over here to Roland Renovations at North Chancery Street in McMinnville. From stunning cabinets and beautiful countertops to durable LVP and hardwood flooring, we've got everything you need. Want to upgrade your bathroom? Check out our amazing shower systems and our stylish shower doors. Here at Roland Renovations, we also specialize in outdoor cabinetry, tile work, full remodels, and installation services. Stop by or call us at 931-743-5479 today. We are open Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. We are closed on Wednesday, and Saturday we are open for appointments only. Don't wait. Revamp your space with us here at Roland Renovations.
Community Network Productions takes you inside each community with local interest stories, local music artists, and information.
With each show, the focus is the people and our beautiful community. With our creative team, we customize unique show ideas with our friends in the community. Our focus is you.
See each of our shows on all social media, including Facebook, Instagram, and at our website at www.communitytvtn.com.
Are you ready for your new Ford? Hi, this is Chris at Reddick Brown Ford in Morrison, inviting you to come and visit our dealership with special finance rates on that special Ford truck, Bronco, or SUV that you have been looking for. Plus a great assortment of pre-owned inventory. We are proud to be part of the local community here in Warren County and now offer complimentary pickup and delivery for service. Your Pioneer Sports Ford headquarters, Reddick Brown Ford, Manchester Highway, Morrison. Have you driven a Ford lately?
We really wish we had Joe Harvey here today, but he couldn't make it.
Yeah.
But we've got we've got some great shows coming up here at the Park Theater, especially this weekend.
Yes.
We've got the T.C. Bryant Band on Friday night, but then on Saturday night we've got the original Wailers with Tommy Townsend, who is going to be taking the lead. Mm-hmm. And it's, if you're not familiar with the Wailers, and it's not Bob Marley and the Wailers. Yeah. This is Waylon Jennings and his band, and it's Running with Ol Waylon, and that's they're going to be doing just the Waylon hits. But it's so exciting to have these guys come here, because a lot of times we get tribute bands and things like that. This is the real band.
These are the real people coming to Warren County.
We're really excited to have them come on. And right here we got Mr. Tommy Townsend, who is going to be on the lead playing. And Tommy,
ready to bring him in?
Yeah, let's bring him in.
Okay, I'm going to bring him in, and then you're going to do the interview on this one.
Okay.
All right, let's bring y'all in.
Oh, and we got Miss Carter Robertson too.
Hey,
there you go.
This is exciting. Hey guys, welcome to Warren First 931. I'm Brian, but I'm a fanboy, and I have to go ahead and get this out of the way. Carter, I've got to meet three. You have three beautiful daughters that I got to meet, and they went by the name Carter's Cord, and this has been about 10 plus years ago, but you had the oldest was a redhead, the middle one was a brunette, and the youngest was more of a blonde, a sandy haired blonde, and she played keys. And my brother Lee and Joe Harvey and the drummer Evan Gross, they're from here in McMinnville. Don't know how they got hooked up with them, but they started playing gigs with them, and I got to fly off to Albany, New York, and get to be with them when they opened up for Blake Shelton. And I know these girls have gone on and done a lot of awesome stuff, but that's my connection with you. And they had a rehearsal at your place. And so the guys were just blown away because, folks, if you can look on the screen and see right behind Miss Carter, there's all these records and, Grammys and things like that in their house. And they're such down to earth people. It was just my guys were starstruck. And so it was just an awesome opportunity.
Awesome. Brian, that's so cool, man. I remember that. Yeah. How neat. Well, I can't wait to meet you in person. Are you going to be there?
I can't either. Yes, I will be here. And it's exciting. And what's really cool is where we're at, and I can't get the camera, but we're right in front of the Park Theater where you guys are going to be playing this Friday night. Got J.C. Cole opening up for you guys. So I'm so excited. And guys, you'll have to forgive me. You're probably the biggest stars we've ever had on the show.
Oh, dear.
Your expectations aren't very high.
But no, one of the really neat things is we do have some acts that come through. We had Drew and Ken of Sister Hazel come last week. We had another group that came in that was a tribute band. But you guys are the real deal. You're the guys on the Grammys. You're the guys. And Tommy, I know that you're fronting. Tell us about your connection with Waylon. Tell us about how you got involved and how he. Just tell us the whole process of why you're here and what you're doing.
Well, I met Waylon back when I was 12, 13 years old, and then I guess when I was about 18, Jerry Bridges, the bass player, started producing some stuff on me, and Waylon was always just hanging around. And then after that, Jerry and Waylon produced a whole record on me in the late 90s that never came out until 2000, 3 years ago, I guess, 2 years ago. And but I started with the band about 2008, fronting the band, and I've just kind of been around. I was never in the band, but I know them all since I was a kid. So
that's me with Carter's Chord. I knew.
Yeah.
Well, Tommy may not have been in the band, but I got to say, and I say this in the show, there's nobody, honestly, I've worked with a lot of different people. There's nobody I'd rather be doing Waylon's music with than our good friend, Mr. Tommy Townsend.
Yeah,
for sure. He's definitely family.
And that's amazing because we're talking about icon status music. We're talking about music that is so appealing. And guys, you'll have to forgive me. I was born in the 70s. I was a kid when Dukes of Hazzard, and and I know that's one of the big numbers, but there's so much that Waylon did. What are some of the songs that you guys still get excited about? What are some of your favorite parts of your show?
Tommy, you want to take that, baby? I mean,
gosh, all of it. I'm just a big fan of the show anyway. I like certain songs for different reasons, and I really love the ones that Carter and I sing on a lot, So, but yeah, I don't really have a favorite one. I guess they're all my favorite.
Well, I think that when we sing the songs, and that's one of the cool things. It's kind of like this live documentary. That's what people have been saying, and that's really spot on, because you're hearing from the people who actually lived the stories and recorded the hits. I know that's all in the blurb, but it's just really true. So when we step on that stage, it's like we're stepping up there with Waylon. It's like I just feel his presence sometimes, and there's a story behind every song we do. I mean, some of them we can't tell, of course, but
and I don't try to be Waylon either. I try to do those songs as if I was doing them myself, because there's nobody that can be Waylon, or nobody to me that can step in his shoes. So
well, I think that's
my best. Yeah.
And that's the cool thing about you, Tommy, is that you're not trying to be Waylon. You are honoring him by using your great talent to front this group of family members of Waylon's band, and we've been there and done an awful lot of stuff, and it's just the best fit. It is so awesome. So we absolutely love doing this.
Even Jesse told me, and Shooter and everybody's told me, they said, we like what you do because you're not trying to be Waylon. You're doing it as, honoring Waylon. So
exactly.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, can you guys, and Carter, and I know you know this as well, Tommy, can you give us the background of when Waylon started and give us some highlights about the music?
Go ahead, Carter. Yeah.
Oh, well, okay. So Waylon actually started long before I came on. I came in 75. So he had his ups and downs with Nashville, and then this is kind of an interesting part of the story. I'm sorry, I keep knocking this thing over, but he had, I don't remember the exact year. Historians would know it a lot better than I would. It's so funny. I just lived it. I don't remember at all, but he had he tried the Nashville way. It just didn't work. He got very, very frustrated, and he was playing a place called JD's in Phoenix, I think it was. And he would draw. He had some nominal kind of hits and stuff like that. But his drummer at the time, Richie Albright, said, "Hey, man, there's a different way, and don't give up, and just listen to me." And so Richie hipped him to like more of a rock and roll thing, and Waylon ended up going with a rock and roll promoter, producer, manager, and that, I think Richie was very instrumental in the explosion of outlaw country music. And that was that moment where all those years before that Waylon had worked so hard and tried the system. It didn't work for him, and then bucked the system. And it not only paid off, but it expanded the beautiful boundaries of country music that invited some of the more rock and roll feel. And so we started playing, where we were playing maybe nominal kind of places. We were going back in less than a year and selling out their arenas. So it was just powerful. So that would bring you up through the outlaw years. And of course, there was so much more that happened after I joined back up with Waylon. He contacted us, and we were part of the Way More Blues band those last 3-4 years of Waylon's life. And so he went out rocking, that's for sure.
Well, and that's the amazing thing about the music. It's timeless, because right now we're experiencing this renaissance of outlaw music, especially, across the country. You can't watch an episode of Yellowstone and not hear outlaw country music in it. And I wouldn't be surprised. My wife watches it more than I do. but still, all my buddies, my younger buddies, they're into outlaw country music, and you guys are the genesis. You guys are where it started from.
We didn't really know. We weren't really hip to the huge thing that was. We knew it was pretty special, and it was all that kind of awesome stuff. But later on, looking back, we really then felt the weight of just what happened during those years and what the doors that it opened up for other artists.
The thing too, I think, about some of the outlaw country today is they're trying to be outlaws, and you don't, if you're a real outlaw, you don't say you're an outlaw.
Be cool, man. Well, guys, when you do these shows now, what is your typical audience? Do you see a lot of younger folks in the crowd?
Yeah, right, Tommy. It's a real mix, man. It's like, when we were doing this back in the outlaw era, the crowd was a mix of like these drug crazed Southern rock and rollers and traditional country music fans, right? And it was all ages. Well, now we're looking out there and seeing some of those drug crazed rock and rollers that survived the 70s, and it's maybe their kids or whatever that are there with them as well, or even maybe some grandkids, I don't know, but it's a mixed crowd, don't you think, Tommy?
Oh yeah, and I know, like when we were touring with Shooter those years, there was people there from 25 years old to 80. years old. So yeah, it was a very, I mean, heck, I was 12 years old when I got turned on up, when I saw Carter and Barney and Jigger and all of them playing, as a kid. So that's,
Well, there's just
awesome.
There's something just that resonates to the American soul. I mean, when you talk about outlaws and cowboys and country music, I think every red-blooded American, especially a boy, even girls, they have that cowboy desire. I just think it's ingrained in our American spirit. And this is classic Americana music. I mean, just written, performed, and invented here, especially with this Southern culture that we have. So we're so excited for you guys to come to our historic Park Theater, a place where, I don't know if you guys know this, but we've had some of the best music. Uncle Dave Macon is from Warren County. I know Murfreesboro gets all the credit for him. Dottie West, one of our treasures here, is from Warren County. And then Charles Faulkner Bryan, who is, if you go to the Bicentennial Mall right behind the state capitol, he's on the placards next to Johnny Cash and Dolly Parton and all these, and Waylon with these with his historic contribution to music. And you guys are going to be here. And Carter, you and Barney are the parents of Carter Scored.
I know. I feel like that's our greatest accomplishment. That's
well,
awesome.
Listen, as a parent, I get it. And your girls are extremely talented, amazing. They're still young ladies to me. And Carter, I see where they get it. I mean, just beautiful inside and out. Guys, thank y'all so much. Is there anything that our audience needs to know, anything extra? Because we'll let them know about the ticketing and everything, but we can't wait to have you guys here Saturday night.
Come see us.
Come see us. I always say, bring your family, your friends, your enemies, because music is what brings us together, right? So I feel like I do want people to know, take the opportunity to come see us now. This is a wonderful thing to be able to have these people, this particular group of musicians, to be able to be together to do this. And it's a rare opportunity and a gift to us. And I think everybody we've talked to that's come out to the show has really loved it. And it's just a nice escape. So come on out and join the party.
Yeah.
All right. And guys, you can get your tickets at the Park Theater website, or you can come down here downtown on Main Street and go to the Park Theater office, get your tickets live in person. Don't know if hopefully we have a sellout where you can't get in, but that's what we're shooting for. But guys, you want a slice of true Americana, the icons that wrote this music. Again, if you look behind Miss Carter and see all those records and all the things, and for what I'm told, there's stuff all around the house, just laying and Grammys lying around the house and things like that. But no, and shout out to our good friend Joe Harvey. I know he couldn't be here to be with you guys today because he really wanted to, but he is a busy man. He stays busy all the time. But thank you, Park Theater Group, for getting Runnin' with Ol Waylon here this Saturday night, March 1st. Opening up is J.C. Cole, so be there at 6:30. Make sure to get your seats early. And guys, we're gonna. Oh, I'm sorry. I just have just a good old boy. Sorry, I had to do that. I had to clap after that. So, guys, thank you so much for being with us. Guys, we'll be right back with more Warren First. So keep it here and keep it first.
Has been serving the people of this region for 53 years, and we are fully committed to the people and the communities that place their trust in us. McMinnville in Warren County is just one of the 9 counties that we serve. With 4 convenient branch locations, along with 7 ATM and ITM locations, you can be assured that Citizens Tri-County Bank is close by. Committed to you and committed to the communities we serve. It truly is what makes Citizens Tri-County Bank the only community bank you will ever need. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
February is the month of delicious deals at Sonic Drive-In in McMinnville. Get ready to treat yourselves. Starting February the 24th, cool down with their delicious, refreshing strawberry mangonada slush. Perfect for those sunny days. And don't miss out on February the 26th, where you can grab small popcorn chicken for just $1.49. Snack time never tasted so good. Start your day right with our special drink offer until 10 a.m. Make Sonic your rise and shine morning destination. So many flavors to choose from. And remember, we've got the best sun drop in town. Dive into these amazing deals this February at Sonic Drive-In.
This is David Moore with Supreme Building Products. We've been your one-stop shopping center for lumber and building supplies since 1963. We're a family-owned business and operated and proudly served Warren counties for over 50 years. At Supreme, it's not just about great prices, but it's about exceptional service. Our customers are what's always supreme. From lumber to roofing to plumbing and paint, we have everything you need to build your dream home from the ground up. Whether you're a contractor or a homeowner or a weekend warrior, our knowledgeable staff is ready to assist you at our state-of-the-art drive-through lumberyard. Visit us, please, at the corner of Highway 70 and North Spring Street. There's something for everyone at Supreme Building Products, where quality and customers come first, and the coffee's always free. And always be sure to shop local. Call us, please, at 473-9564.
Spring is here, and so are your yard care needs. Visit McMinnville Lawn and Garden at 129 Keel Drive, where we've been serving our community since 1995. With a rock-solid reputation for excellent service, our dedicated team is here to help you find the best lawnmowers, leaf blowers, chainsaws, weed eaters, and more. We proudly carry top brands like Echo, Stihl, Shindala, Gravely, Cub Cadet, and Skag. Take advantage of our early spring service, free pickup, and a discount on service. Plus, from chainsaws to gardening tools, we've got you covered for storm season. Trust the experts at McMinnville Lawn and Garden, where quality and customer satisfaction come first. Call us today at 815-5296.
Back, Warren, first 931ers. Oh, I forgot this thing for you, Brian.
I was trying to make sure I concentrate on the lens.
I know. I'm so sorry. I was like, what did I do for you? But welcome back. You're hanging out with us currently in downtown McMinnville. It is 57 degrees as it's getting nice and warmer and the sun is out. But right now, it is time for our Dow Jones report. I'm curious how well we're doing.
Yeah. Well, hey, look, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, we want to reboot it here because it's up. Mm-hmm. Oh, and it's still going up. We're up 384.5 points right now. Mm-hmm. Right now, we're at 43,817. Thank you to Tri-County Citizens Bank for what they do for us. And if you want to know about investment products, if you want to know what to do with your money, go see Shane and the gang. There's a lot of wonderful people over there, and they do so much for this community. So we want to give them a shout out. Also, we want to tell you about what today is, because we have National Day at Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy. Mm-hmm. Thank you for what you do. This is in honor of you. This is National Small Dog Day today. Aww. And for all those people who've got to catch them all, it's National Pokemon Day.
Not my thing. Not my thing.
It was after me.
Same.
Hey, let us know if you like anime. I don't really understand it. I mean, but the younger folks, they love them some anime. What is that?
Where are we looking at? Insomnia?
Amnosomnia? It's somebody.
Anosmia?
Yeah. And
anyways, it's ANOSMIA.
Somebody's gonna say that.
Anosmia? I don't know.
Well,
I tried.
I guess it's smelling candles.
That might be Aroma Awareness Day. Like maybe that's where you got a good sniffer. You're like a bloodhound like myself.
We'll put a pin in it. Okay. But National Retro Day is today, and I guess we need to probably look at these a week in advance so we can go retro.
Oh yeah, if you have a small dog like Miss Tina, start posting your small dogs.
Yes. Okay. So anemisia is the condition of loss of smell.
Oh, I don't have that. I have smell.
Look, when I got COVID, I got OG COVID. I call it OG COVID because it was in 2020 when I got COVID. I lost my sense of taste and lost my sense of smell, and it only came back about half. Oh. So now I have to ask people, hey, will you try this to let me know what it needs?
Yeah.
If it needs salt if I'm cooking.
I got you.
And being a nurse, it really comes in handy not being able to smell.
Well, that thing, the picture gives you it looks like you can smell.
Yeah, so like somebody smelling a candle.
It needs to have like an X, like can't smell.
But right oh goodness, and we got more stuff.
I love
National Toast Day. Today is National Toast Day and National, what goes good with a toast?
Chili.
National Chili Day and National Polar Bear Day. February 27th. God, there's a lot
rolling.
going on there. But hey, thank you, Stacy Wellness Pharmacy, for sponsoring our National Day today.
Yeah.
If you're having problems with your sinuses,
please
go see them. They got some over-the-counter medications that will fix you right up. And Stacy has a wealth of knowledge. He's been a pharmacist for a long time.
Worked under Mr. Stewart himself. Give shout out where shout outs due, man.
Mr. Nestor. And I tell you what, people still love and trust the Stewart family name.
They do.
That what they did in the community, and Stacy has carried that on through Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy. So thank you for what you do, Stacy.
Yeah. And real quickly, guys, just to remind everybody, the newsletters are going to only be available on digital copy this week due to the fact that I was playing mom with my sick kids, with RSV and stuff. I thought yesterday was Tuesday and it was Wednesday. So instead of like printing out this stuff and, only getting out the newsletters today, it's only available on digital copy. But if you need a copy of it, or if you need, I've had to text message some people because they don't really know how email works. I don't care to text you guys or email you. So again, if you want to be a part of that subscriber list with your email, text the keyword local voice to 931-305-0869 and we will send it to you. You can see it right below us, right there, right below our fingers. It's going to be subscribe. Or if you need it emailed or text message to you, text me at 369-3050 and we will get it out there for you. We also have started implementing, if you want to call or text us if you have a question, we will take it right here and right there. We ask you to text message first. And if you want to get on the show to actually talk to us, you got to request in that text message, hey, give me a call. I would love to come on the show and talk about what we've been talking about, whether it's Isha related or talking about running with Waylon. How excited are we?
If you call right now, you will be on the same podcast as the legendary Wailers.
Right?
And guys, for me, that's such a big deal because I was a huge Dukes of Hazzard fan growing up. Bo and Luke Duke were my heroes. I wanted to steal Daisy because boys didn't really care about girls at that point.
No.
Now, I get it. But back then, when I was 4 and 5, I just want to grab her Jeep and take off and follow the boys.
It's why I wanted a Jeep when I turned 16. But I did get them. I wanted a Mustang and a Jeep. But once I became old enough to get my own vehicle, I wanted a Jeep. So that's what I got, my own very. But also with that said, we are excited because if you're not following us on Facebook, Instagram, X, or the 2 counts for X, we have our March Madness. Now, I know before I post this, I know that March Madness is, I think, now 17 days away. Officially, the brackets are not available until March the 16th, but we wanted to get ahead of this. And so we have created 2 accounts on ESPN, so you can do the the men's bracket and the women's bracket. Now, you can already, if you are not have an ESPN account, you can already quickly log on. It's what I did. I didn't have one, and it was pretty easy and
super
simple.
Easy.
Yeah, but you can scan these QR codes, whether, you're on a computer or whatnot. And of course, you see there's the women's bracket and the men's bracket. Just simply scan the QR code and you just sign up with your account. If you already have an ESPN account, it's fine. But your brackets of making the adjustments won't be available to the 16th. But we wanted to get ahead of this. And what's really cool about this is the winners from each, there's going to be one winner from the men's and one winner from the women's. Whoever has the most points at the end is going to win. We did a women's basket and we're doing a men's bucket. And it's going to be an assortment of everything a woman needs and a man needs. Okay. And I think it'd be super fun. And let's have fun and play.
Well, Kelly, over 22 million people entered the contest last year.
Wow.
Now, in saying that, we're going to have our own private group. So, and I say private, it's actually open to the public, but you can only do one entry
so you can
per person.
Yeah, one entry per person.
And so it's going to be fun. And I'm going to encourage some smack talk going on. Listen, it's
fun.
I love this thing. I love doing it every year. And I think the closest I got into the top like 13,000 one year. I had a good year, but and I still hang on to that. But
you can hold on to that.
No,
well deserved.
But it's such a fun thing to do, and we're doing it for both the men's and the women's tournament. Yeah. And it's going to be under Pioneer Playbook, which is our sports show that's hosted by Madeline Stubblefield. And she does such a wonderful job with this. And she is a former baller here in Warren County. So we're really excited to be teaming up with her on this venture. So be looking for more about that. And be looking for our awesome commercial when it comes up.
Yeah. So we're going to make sure you guys stay aware of this and be in the know, because the more people that, I will tell you this, the more people that turn out and do entries for this, the more stuff will be in your basket.
Yeah, we're so excited about this, and we're inviting everybody in the community.
Everybody.
If you think you're an expert in basketball, you come see, because some person that picks out the colors is going to wind up winning this.
So instead of doing the colors this year, I saw, and if you sign up like I did yesterday, because I've already got both brackets ready to go. So on one of the brackets, I picked who was like the tops. What was it called? The top in their bracket. Like they're the higher seed. Is that what it would be called?
Yes.
And then the other one, I picked random. So it's going to randomly, when the bracket is available, it's already preset for me to pick one on one and one on the other.
So, and for those that don't know, when you pick the higher seed, or it's really actually the lower seed of one, but we all know we're talking about the higher seed.
I understand.
It's called going chalk.
Yeah.
So picking all the,
I'm going chalk.
So you got all the 8s.
Yeah. So I pretty much I'm going chalk, I think, on the boys, and then I went random on the girls.
Okay.
Because I'm like, I don't know anything about basketball. My cousin Madeline hates me for that. I only know about 3-pointers and foul shots and walking and double dribble. Even though I was the Covenant basketball team, I know the basics of basketball.
So let me ask you this question: who's the best basketball player now?
In what?
In like basketball. Who's the best basketball player in the world right now?
Isn't there a girl named Riley in basketball? Who was the girl in basketball?
Caitlin Clark?
Caitlin, yes. Yeah. All the girls on my basketball team talk about Caitlin. And as far as the men go, I don't know. I know nothing except Michael Jordan. And that's how far back.
Good enough.
But I know Michael Jordan. Now, I know a lot of the NBA players. Can I say that as far as it goes? Would love to give a gift card. Yes, you can add a gift card. What do you want to do?
Oh, I was just going to move that out of your shot. So
see, that's the only way to get both of them. Okay. See, when I did that, it blocked it.
Okay, well, as long as they see your face, because I have to see your face when you're talking about basketball.
No, you don't. I mean, when I talk about basketball, see, I could do this, I could do that. I was trying to play with it. There, is that better?
There you go.
Okay, is that better, Brian?
Get in the shot, because
I know. Okay, when it comes to sports in general, I was never gravitated towards the college stuff, the pro. I was more gravitated toward the professional, like NFL and NBA and WNBA. I knew that stuff. I never gravitated towards college. And when everybody's like, "Are you a UT fan, a Vandy fan?" and I was like, I just like watching the game. I've never, and then when it comes to football, my husband, because he grew up with his family, like in the Florida Gators and in Georgia. So
your husband likes the Florida Gators in Georgia?
Yes and no. It's a running joke. It's a running joke. Again, we don't keep up with it anymore. As we have gotten older, we don't keep up with it, or I should say he doesn't keep up with it as much. So when it comes to this bracket, guys, if you're as dumb as me, it is, because I don't know a lot of people. I'm going to be rooting for both teams, because I really like watching games. And I don't know if you're like this, where it's back and forth, because I've enjoyed watching our high school boys play and our girls play, and how the scores have been so knit tight close. And you're like, oh my God. Oh, I love games like that keep you on your toes and things. But yeah, good luck to all the women and men that are playing coming up in this March Madness bracket. But again, this is the I will tell y'all, I don't have my Duke Rice with me or my Jeff Barnes with me to help, break down the brackets like they did. And years ago at the radio station, I did win one year because I picked the color of the uniforms. True story.
Well,
True
that's the beautiful thing.
They were so mad.
We have what they call Cinderellas that
100%.
pop up all the time. And that's one of the great things about basketball is that you may not be able to have a football program. A school may not have the fan base or just the money it takes to have a great football team. But basketball, you get a group of folks that play together and play well with each other, aren't selfish or have just some type of stifling defense or something. They may make a run to the national championship. So
you never know. I mean, one year I even picked the underdog teams. I did, where I picked like the lower seeds, and they were like, "What are you doing, Kelly?" And I'm like, "I'm rooting for the underdogs this year. Last year I did the shirt colors, the uniforms, and this year I'm doing the other."
I love rooting for the underdogs. Yeah. Sometimes I feel like we're the underdogs sometimes.
So you never take an underdog. What's the word they always say? Don't what is it? Not advantage. Oh, I'm not thinking of the right word right now. Don't underestimate the underdog.
Yes.
Because sometimes you think it's a little something, but it's bigger than what you think. And if you think that somebody is little, they're going to dominate you at 100%. Because I always like being the underdog. And I feel like half the time I'm always running from something. So,
well, look, just with this podcast, we're learning as we go. And we're so appreciative of you guys out there letting us know about what's going on in the community. I think this will be really fun. I think we'll be able to get some banner and some smack talk going on. I would love to have some experts or anybody who thinks they're an expert to come on in, because
we actually might get some. I've talked to some of my friends that I thought, we could do like a midday or evening thing to talk about, the brackets just in general, because I know nothing about it.
Hey, let's get our top guy, Coach Fish.
Oh my God.
Involved. Yes, we're going to have to throw out the challenge to Coach Fish.
Why don't we get all the basketball players? That'd be
the
so
basketball
fun.
players. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we got to put a pin in that.
Yeah. Write that down. I'm just going to throw, and again, I want to say, as we're going through this, talking about sports, a shout out to on our Warren County Lady Pioneers softball. It says bombs for these two girls during the scrimmage against Riverdale the other day, as they were killing it. And I can't ever say their name. It's
Kiara?
Kiara and Cadence.
Yes.
I don't know if they're twins, but they might as well be. Also, too, as I'm looking, I want to make, the new Pioneer swag. I saw this the other day at the Hitch Outfitters here in downtown McMinnville with the new logo. If you are looking for new Pioneer swag this spring and summer season, you need to check them out. They have the cutest little shirts. I saw this cool little crop top. I'm like, that's calling my name.
Oh.
I could see myself in my red sports bra because it does look like it comes off the shoulder a little bit. I don't know. I wanted to check that out. But also, too, Home put this out today saying, do you know someone in need or someone who just may need a special blessing? Maybe you just want something new for yourself. Sometimes we need that. And it says, you can shop it says Shop 2 is the place to be this Saturday on March the 1st from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. We will fill our sidewalks with racks and tables of free clothing for men, women, and children. Let's see. There also will be free toys and books for children as well. And that's just gearing up, talking about books and stuff, because on March the 2nd is Dr. Seuss. And remember, guys, that's Read Across America, where, it's very important to read to your children. While you are there, be sure to enter our door prizes. There's going to be drawings will be held at the end of the day. You do not have to be present to win. Home has been blessed by this community, and we want to return the blessings. It is a very small way of saying thank you. Please invite your friends. Share this post, as we are going to share it right now. They're located around the corner at Bargain World and across from Merle Norman in the Plaza Shopping Center. So they have that. That's where the free giveaway sale is going to be. They actually have two shops, one there and then one on the Birchba Highway right there. Again, and it's on the way home right next to actually our coffee. Shout out to Tina and them on that. Let's get this out of the way. Let's get back to that. Another event going on while I'm looking it up for you guys. I got this emailed, and now I'm trying to find it. Well, I can't find that, but I did find this. Can you look up the Republican thing right quick while I mention this?
Yes.
So the late registrations, this is for the McMinnville Parks and Recreation on their baseball, softball, and t-ball. So are open now for spring 2025 baseball, softball, and t-ball. Come to the Milner Rec Center to register in person or visit the website to register online. Late registration fees are $55 for t-ball and $65 for baseball and softball. For more information about this, contact the Milner Parks and Recreation Center at 473-1212. And you can see all that and then more. And it gives you the times, or I should say the age group, for it. And again, if you are interested in the co-ed t-ball, that's the 3 to 4 year olds. And while I'm saying this, because I know that also Morrison has theirs coming up too, or it's been going on, and they've been doing registration at the Morrison Ruatan. They take kids as early as 2 years of age. Mm-hmm. So if anybody has a 2-year-old that you think would be good for this, you can go out there. But for the Milner, or I should say the McMinnville Parks and Recreation, they start at age 3. Girls t-ball 5 to 6, as well as boys. Girls coach pitch is 7 to 9. Boys coach pitch is 7 to 8. Girls fast pitch ball is 10 to 14 years of age. Boys kid pitch 9 to 10, and then they also have a boys kid pitch 11 to 12, and boys kid pitch 13 to 18. Wow, that's a huge number open in there. But the league is determined by the participants' age on May 1st of 2025. So again, get with your child. Ask them if they want to be a part of this. We did fall ball in the City League, and it was phenomenal. Walker enjoyed it. This is actually our first year. We are going to be signing up our daughter, that's 2, to do Morrison ball this year. But Walker wanted to do baseball in town. So we're switching gears right now. But with that said, real quickly, as we're getting close to the end of the show, talk about the Republicans thing that is coming up.
Okay. So Thursday, March 13th at 6 o'clock at the Warren County Administrative Building in the early voting room, the Warren County Party Republican Party here will be reorganizing. Okay. So they're going to be having a vote for organization, which will be electing the officers. Mm-hmm. And they have a board right now. People can vote, but only the people that are actually what are called bona fide voters. Bona fide voters are people who have voted in the Republican primary 3 out of the last 4 cycles. So you have to be voted. So it's easier to go online and to go to the state Republican Party and register to make sure that you are, because that puts you in the data system so that when you come to the door, you're already registered to vote. You've already been validated to vote, but that's for your chair, your vice chair, and the different positions, the voted on positions, the elected positions for your Warren County Republican Party. And that will be March 13th at 6 o'clock at the early voting room. So if you're a registered Republican or a bona fide Republican, make sure that you register to the state party and come on out and join in the election process. Yeah. They will be now the chair. You have to, if you're going to run for chair, you have to submit that before a certain date. Gotcha. I think today is the last day that you can do that, and then on for all the other ones that are going to be submitted from the floor. Okay. So that's what we got coming up on March 13th through the Republican Party.
There you go. And don't forget the good folks at Vanilla Bean. Sorry for the inconvenience, guys, today, but they are closed today due to sick kids. I totally get it. We had that on Monday I had to keep her out to a certain point. So with nothing but blessings, and I hope that y'all's babies get to feeling better. Also, too, share, and this is all on our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter accounts, guys. Hickory Creek, we've been talking about next week, is all about reading across America because of Dr. Seuss. Well, Hickory Creek has got a date set for next week. It's the family reading night. I want to get this ahead of time for you guys. On Thursday, March the 6th from 5 to 7 p.m., they said, join us as Hickory Creek Families Reading Night. Dive into the world of books and celebrate literacy with us. It's on March the 6th, 5 to 7. View the amazing literacy board projects, participate in fun Seuss theme activities, and you can bring the whole family and ignite the love of reading. There is never an excuse of, and I know as our kids get older, and some are, even the young ones, Walker was not, when he was born, he liked picture books. But I could not sit there and Brian can, every child's different. If you start reading, it's like he loses interest and he has to go do something else. I could never sit him down. But with Randy Jane, I can sit with her and then she wants to take the book and read. Like, even though it's not making a lick of sense, I'm like, you know what? Okay, you read to mama, because and every kid is different, but you got to keep, even at he's in 4th grade now, you got to keep showing him how interesting reading is. And I'll say this because it's for shame on me as a parent, we talk about it starts at home. Me and Chris are not huge book readers, and I know your family is.
Well, I'm not. I love to listen to things, so I listen to podcasts. I listen to
audiobooks.
Audible is one of my favorite things to do. But and not everybody's geared that way. But my wife, she's a voracious reader. My father was a voracious reader. So my girls, and this is, I'm going to tell, this is a little personal.
Okay.
But one of my girls we caught the other night staying up after her bedtime reading a book.
Oh, wow.
And so, a lot of parents have problems, but
this ain't a problem.
Well, no, but the thing is my wife, she's got a background in English. She's taught English at the middle school for a while. But one of the things that she tells parents is, hey, let them read what they want.
Yeah.
With boys, a lot of times they don't catch on till later. That's why you women are always smarter than us. And that's why there are more women in college than men. I'm tired of getting hit over the head with a frying pan. But no, seriously.
Yeah.
These initiatives, though, get children involved. And the thing is, even though they may not be technically reading, it gets them experience with books. And that's really what you want to do through the storytelling, because not everybody is a visual person in the sense that they can read and it processes. A lot of times you got to hear it. A lot of times you got to let them come up with the story, like Randy Jane. But we want to get them
involved,
desensitized to and take away the stigma of being a good reader or a bad reader. Just read, guys. Read. I'm very fortunate. I don't know where I'll be on next Monday, but I know there's some folks that I'm going to be visiting sometime Monday, and I get the opportunity to tell some folks about what's going on with the Grinch.
Oh, I love it.
And so for what I do in the ministry, the gift, the blessing that I've been afforded to go and meet with children and talk about things like this, I love it, but it changes their world. And why I see that is because when I see them out in the community, they come up to me, they love on me, and they always ask about certain things that are going on, a place up north that I tend to visit.
Of course, it gets a little chilly up there too. So make sure you wear some proper clothing, because right now we're in spring weather here.
Oh my goodness! And imagine when Santa drops in and it's not expected.
No. Oh, they're gonna be so excited.
Yeah.
But with that said, guys, make sure you just read to your child, even if it's. I know they say the good amount is like 20 minutes a day. So I know some kids can't make that. Like my son couldn't. So I try to do 5 to 10 minutes, because you don't want them to not love it. So you've got to slowly get in. And I have found out with my child, and I don't know if anybody else has struggled with their kids on this, him coming up with his own story and his own illustrations has opened up his mind of like, Mom, I can do this. And it's the neatest little thing. I showed him how to do this program on Canva to make his own little book. And then boom, he's sold.
That's awesome. And that's why a lot of boys gravitate to comic books a little later. But for a long time, and the young people, or I say young people, the people my age, when they were younger, the boys that were the best readers were generally those that were reading comic books and doing things like that. Now we've got a lot of great books that kind of catch that gap between the baby books and the more adolescent books, like Dog Man and Captain Underpants. And
Nate, Big Nate, I think is the one my son likes right now.
Oh, see, there's always these cool things. So it is getting better for our young people, but no, this Read Across America initiative. Shout out to the schools that do this. I know that at Bobby Ray and Principal Monty Hillis, she always invited folks to come in and read. So always a good time. Yeah. My kids loved it, and so keep going, Warren County, and keep parents. If you want to get involved, I mean, a lot of schools are dressing their children up like that. If you can't get online and order something from Amazon, hey, our local party's still a
party novelty. Shout out to
Carl Farrell.
Carl Farrell,
yesterday. Yeah. So go on down 56 Highway right before you get out of town. It's over there on the left, right next to one of our awesome sponsors, Gateway Tire.
Service Center. See Katrina and them. Like, get your car ready for the spring. Get your stuff for your kid. Be prepared. I know each school has probably already sent out if they haven't done it by now, today's probably they're going to do it. But my school sent out a text message over Class Dojo yesterday saying what each day is going to be. And I know daycares are doing it too. So again, it's just a great thing. And I love it how the community in general, everybody gets involved, or like, Ryan J. Moore and Melody, she's going to get to go read. You're going to get to go read. I mean, it's just a fun little thing to just put a smile on kids' faces, for just a brief moment, But to try to bring it down a little bit, I did want to mention this because, there were so many people that we have lost this past weekend, and Wayman Henderson Hill was another one of them. And if no one knows the Hill name, you have truly been living under a rock. They're a well-known family here in Warren County, and he passed away on February the 25th. And if anybody, and I believe it is today because I was trying to get to it. Here it is. So the graveyard service and the intermediate will be held at 1 p.m. today at the Gardens of Memory Cemetery in Warren County with Doug Bose to officiate. There will be no service or visitation held at Hyde's. The family and friends are asking people to come meet at the cemetery. And in Lull of Flowers, memorial contributions may be made to the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, and you can offer your condolences may be held on highfuneralhome.com. But again, today, if you want to pay your respects to the Hill family and Wayman Hill with his many years of living here in Warren County, you can go to the graveyard service today at 1 p.m. at Gardens of Memory Cemetery. So, again, that is just one of many. We talked about it yesterday. I saw when I was on my way to the nursery, I saw there was a funeral service being held at Johnny Newby's church right there across from RV. And I don't know whose it was, but I could tell. I was like, okay. But again, we have lost so many people last year and now this year. And there are a lot of the movers and shakers in this community that go unseen. They're our neighbors. They're neighbors. They're people that are tied into this community through and people like this that own businesses, and then especially with construction and building and things like that, and all the things that they do, and all the people that they help employ, and there's just. But Kelly, I'm a firm believer when we say we've lost them. We haven't lost them. We haven't lost them. We know where they are, but any way that we can bring comfort to these families and letting them know that we're supportive of them in any way, form, or fashion. But yes, keeping the community tied together. That's one of the things I like about this, because we can talk about this. We're not FCC regulated. We're not FTC regulated or FDA regulated. Hey, look, you want to get some eggs? Yes. We'll find somebody with some eggs. I know plenty of people with eggs. I got to give a shout out. I will give a shout out to my man, Philip Carter. They sell eggs out there going out towards the Rock Island area. There's a sign. There's a lot of people with fresh farm eggs in the, right by their mailbox. I know there's some folks that I don't know if they're selling them right now, but down the street from me up on the mountain, they were selling eggs, for $2-3 a pop. But that was last year that I saw it. Again, prices have gone up. It's like almost $4, $5, $6, depending on what you get for a dozen eggs. Yeah. And hey, save your cartons. I mean, some of these folks, they depend on the cartons. So just another thing that I'm sorry. I got distracted because somebody Sandy Bolden, I think, is trying to get on there. Are you? I'm just a squirrel. Are you having trouble?
Well, we've got so many things in the community going on at any given time. I mean, we're very blessed, especially with this weather. And again, I want to.
I just want to touch the sun today.
Well, listen, I was driving around, so I was part of a funeral, and
that's right.
Driving around, and guys, if you drove over by the Civic Center. There were so many people running outside.
Yeah.
There were people enjoying the beautiful sunshine in the day.
Okay.
It was such a wonderful event. Just being out and around yesterday. And if you want to know more, you go over to Mad Cow Running. Go, besides all the shoes and all the stuff, they have to say, "Hey, Doc,
there's Dr. Troop.
Hey, Troop. No, sorry." Guys,
he's too fast.
Dr. Troop's getting it, but no,
it's that camera, bro.
We're gonna have to have an arm or something. But,
right?
Get a remote or something. But no, seriously, we've got so many wonderful people in this community, so many things that are going on. But when the weather strikes like this, and guys, get ready, spring is on its way.
It is.
We've seen. What do we call them? Daffodils, buttercups.
Somebody called them something else the other day.
Crocuses.
Lanisa said that one. Yeah.
So we live in one of the most beautiful places on earth, and it's not just the scenery; it's the people. So, and Kelly, that's why I love doing this. I love getting to be here with you every morning, and. We're looking at a piece of machinery, but hopefully we're touching lives. Hopefully we're encouraging folks.
I hope
being a blessing.
That's how that's what this show's all about. This show is really not mine or yours. It's the community's. You make it what it is. And so again, remember guys, several ways to follow us. We have Facebook, Instagram, the 2 X accounts. You got YouTube, and that's what we can see on live coverage. And then after that, if you're at, and again, we say this all the time, you can watch us anytime, anywhere at the convenience of your dial. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And then if you can't do that and you need more privacy, you can listen to us. You can't see us, but you can hear us on Spotify, Amazon, Audible, and Apple. Yeah. Apple, Amazon, and Spotify. Gosh, I keep forgetting. Blah.
And guys, we're trying new things all the time. We're trying to let folks know what we're going to be talking about ahead of time by doing a quick, hey Kelly.
Hey, howdy ho.
Yeah, what we talking about today. Yeah. So give you guys a heads up on what's going on. But yeah, we're always looking for new stories and everything, but we got stuff coming up.
We do. I will tell you, there is one big story that everybody is really excited about. I know I am. Make sure you tune in tomorrow's show, as we are going to have another again, and Joe will be there too. So we're going to have a lot of people on the show. It's going to start at 9 a.m. Can't tell you when it's going to end, but at 9 a.m. we're going to start with Vanessa Miller. She, and just like everybody else, she is a concerned citizen that needs a little bit more understanding on what issue's all about. Just like me, just like Brian. Even shout out to we call him a window cleaner, but we got his name. Was it Thomas?
Mr. Tom, yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Tom. He was like, yeah, I just got word of that. And they've been here since 2008, and we just blew his hair back. So again, if you are just new here, we're going to break down. We're doing I'll call it the breakdown and the understanding of what ISH is, how it became here, when it came here, and also too, what is a 501c3? What does that entail? What are they allowed? What is a nonprofit allowed to do and not to do? Things like that, because there's just so much. Before we get out, the pitchforks and the fire torches and things like that. It's the best thing for us to be in the know. And the more we know, the more we can grow. And so I want to make sure that, for me, I am the opposite of the old school Warren County way. If you don't see something, you shouldn't worry about it, is what, I was somewhat raised on. But I never, maybe it's because the nosy person inside of me, I don't know what else to call it. But if I don't see it, smell it, or taste it, I get scared half to death. So when I can't see what Isha is all about, and we hear all this gossip about Isha, that scares me. So I want to know. So I want to go to the horse's mouth and talk to a representative of Isha, do a tour at Isha. And so fingers crossed, maybe we can get something like that started, because I know you guys really want it. But for now, we're going to do the breakdown and the understanding a series where part 1 will be tomorrow at 9:00, and we're going to break all that down for you, the basics. And again, I say this, if you have a question or a concern, please let us know so we can figure this out for you as we go on this journey together. Second of all, we're going to be live, not here tomorrow. We're going to be across the street on the mezzanine with Joe and the TC Bryant Band, because this is their second series of doing the local connections. And they're going to be performing tomorrow night. Now, if you want to get the tickets in advance, it's $10. But if you wait till the door, it's $15. Again, you will not be disappointed with the TC Bryant Band. They truly bring it with their stuff, and then the cover songs they do. I'm telling you, it's always a party when you go there. Always. And it's not a bad party. It's a great party. They put you in a good mood.
A very family-friendly
It is a family-friendly party because all of them have kids and grandkids, so they get it. But we're going to have a little acoustic set with the band tomorrow, and I'm really excited about that. And then, of course, Joe will be there, and he always has so much stuff to talk to us about. So the sky is the limit tomorrow. And if we just talk a majority of show about Isha and music, I'm okay with that at this point.
Look, we just had Carter Robertson.
We did.
And Tommy Townsend running with Ol Waylon.
Yeah.
And Carter, one of the original members of the Wailers. Yeah, guys, go back. If you didn't get to see it, go back and look, and just look behind Miss Carter. She's a beautiful, beautiful woman, first and foremost. But if you look behind her, you see she's so talented.
She is.
You look at all those records, those platinum and gold
she
records.
She's so humble about it too.
That's what's beautiful about her. I mean,
I just saw her do the little dive on the side. I'm like, oh, God bless her.
Oh. And so really down to earth folks, but they're going to be performing. This is going to be something. And if you know somebody who likes outlaw country or is big
the true outlaw country, original.
This is the OG outlaw country.
You got to say the OG because I agreed with their comment that they think they're outlaw and they're not.
When you say you're outlaw.
I mean, did you have to go to bars over and over and struggle for 3 to 5 years? No, you didn't.
Did you have to live playing in Nashville in the 60s and 70s?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I call it factory outlaw. I wanted to chime in when I was listening to you guys because I feel like a lot of, and don't hate me. Don't hate me, guys. I got my hands up. But I think some of the artists nowadays, it takes a lot to get for me to enjoy you as an artist, because I feel like most of the artists that are coming out. That's why I call it factory. They're factory made.
Well, they're rehashing a lot of stuff too. So, but 100%. This is going to be a wildly entertaining show. I'm excited about it. I'm planning on going to it with all the stuff that we have going on Saturday because we've got. For us, the big thing is we're going to be at the high school.
I'm going to be at the high school from 10 to 12:15 for the JRTC 35th annual drill meet.
We got Smooth Rapids at 1:30.
1:30 with the Pioneer Playbook. And then the Covenant dances that night that I'll be at.
You'll be at the Covenant dance. I'll be here at the Park Theater.
Yeah. And that doesn't include my family stuff that I just thought about. My son's going to go hunting that morning, and then he's got a birthday party too.
Oh, awesome.
So I'm going to be like crazy busy. No, they're going I believe coyote hunting because that's in him and my cousin Steven, we call him Uncle Steven, he hunts. We don't. And Walker's just dying, and he's never had. That's Madeline's daddy, by the way. If anybody wants to know.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so he's going to pick him up at 5:30 in the morning and go on our property and go coyote hunting.
All right. Well, listen, some of these coyotes are snagging our animals, and
They are. And messing with the trees too. This is not just like animals. This is trees as well. And I will tell y'all, because I always get on a side tangent. If you have a child, a newborn, that I think it's like till 2 or 3 years of age. I can't remember when the cutoff is.
Oh, yeah.
That
lifetime license, yes.
If you have a friend that has a child, get them that lifetime license already. And I mean, all Walker has to do now, he has it, Randy Jane has it. But when they get of the age, they have to just do the hunter safety class just to get something at that. And which I think those are free half the time, I think. So again, that is and I don't know how much they are now. When Walker got his, it was like $200 something.
Kelly, I pay $175 every year for my sportsman's license. It's expensive. I wish they would have had this option when I was a child. So please take advantage of that. And we're very blessed to have some great TWRA people here in
Shout out to
town.
Pete and Jason.
I
should have them on.
Will
need to call them again. Will Collier.
What he does, especially what he does with ichthyology.
Oh, yeah.
The
fishing part,
Yeah. So
there we go. We need to call him.
That would be.
We just talked about doing something with kayaks.
Well, hey, with we're looking at another show possibility, especially.
Maybe.
Hey, with all the things going on here in Warren County and as beautiful it is with our trail system, with our water system, with wildlife, with the trees, this would be a great thing to do, to have somebody. These are things that you could chime in, let us know what are the best things around here in Warren County, especially on an outdoors level. Because we want other people to come in. We want people to come see Warren County. We're tired of being a closed bedroom saying, nah, we don't want you in here. Look, the only way to get our community rolling, especially with a depressed economy like this, is get outside dollars. We need outside dollars, tourism dollars coming in. So we need to be the people that, hey, look, we love to have you here. We're the friendliest people on earth, as you are, Warren County, and thank you for that spirit.
Exactly. Well, with that said, take care. God bless. Enjoy the rest of your day. It has been another phenomenal day here. Thanks to everybody that came on the show. Thanks to Carter and it Tommy? And also thanks to Miss Denise Montrose with the Tennessee Cow Rescue. If you have any questions, feel free and call us or text us at 931-369-50. I think that's right. As I'm waiting, because I did put it on my thing today. Hold on. I want to wait. There's the newsletter. See, it's my new number I'm instilling because I needed to separate everything.
Shout out to Deanna, to Miss Tina at Our Coffee, Jamie Jaco. These are the ones that I'm seeing.
369-3050. You can call and text, and if we don't answer, the receptionist will answer for you, and you just tell her what you want, and she'll set you up for life.
369-3050.
Oh, yeah.
We got to come up with a jingle or something.
Okay, I can work on that. All right, guys, take care. God bless. Enjoy the rest of the day, and remember, Warren County, keep it firm.